he accepted that and took it back to DuPont. Hopefully they would make that decision. I don't have it in writing yet, but through verbal conversations, they're saying, okay, perhaps we can wait, and I asked them to wait till at least February. So we can have that period of time where your group can get together with their group, and the people with the numbers can get together. So that's where it stands now, and we held that off, and I was very pleased that they didn't make that decision, because they could have just well said, that's it, we're done now. And if they did, and you don't get any upgrade,
Okay.
now where are we?
Well, where we are is where we were before we even started,
You're
okay?
right, you're right.
We have our own sewer plant, we can handle our residents. This was a plan that we thought we could become a regional sewerage provider, help out Penns Grove, eventually Oldman's if they ever decide to have sewer in Pedricktown. And at the same time, make some money for the ratepayers here in Carney Point Township. This was the original plan. If it wasn't gonna work, it wasn't gonna work. It would be status quo. We'd still be where we were 6.5 years ago. One thing I do have to say is for the last 12 years, Carney Point Sewerage Authority has not raised their rates. And we want to keep it that way. How many places have you been in the past 12 years where you haven't had a rate increase on something? Anything. 12 years ago, that's a long time without a rate increase. We are not about to accept DuPont's proposal because we're not going to send them hazardous waste like everybody else wants to send it. And I feel, I don't know, but I feel that's why the price was so high. And on the other hand, we're a government agency. And sometimes business tends to say, well, they're the government, they have deep pockets. Well, no, we don't have deep pockets. So I just don't agree. I just don't agree with what DuPont says.
Well,
Now,
I don't blame you.
okay.
I don't agree with it either.
Okay,
I made that comment, I didn't agree with it. I thought I did.
One other
I don't
thing,
agree with it.
just one other note that I want you to know about because you weren't around at the time.
Sure.
But in 1991, we began negotiations with the New Jersey Turnpike Authority. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority wanted to get out of the sewer business. We told them that we would be glad to take the sewerage from their rest stops in Oldman's Township. But if we were going to do that, they have to get it to us. We are not going to come to them to get it. And it took us 7 years to negotiate with them. And finally, they came to us with sewerage. They put in 3 pump stations. They put in a sewer line valued at over $1 million at their cost, and then gave it to Carney Point Township Sewerage Authority and it was oversized for future use. That was one of the reasons that we were able to take a sewer line down to McLean Trucking and bring McLean Trucking into this township. Sometimes it takes time to negotiate a deal. And if it's going to work for the township, I think it's worth that time.
Well, you're preaching to the choir. I agree.
Well, then don't make a big deal that it's been taking us 6.5 years.
Yeah, but there's a difference too. That money that's laying in there is from the state grant. They're not gonna need that money, especially with
That money
the
was
budget.
there at our disposal, $14 million when Governor McGreevy took over and put the brakes on. Okay, Governor McGreevy put the brakes on many years ago. That's one of the reasons it's taken so long. So,
Okay. All right. Anyone else for the public? Seeing none, I'll close the public participation part. And anybody have anything else here? Anybody? I will entertain a motion to go for resolution 2007-164 to go into executive session.
So moved. Second.
Moved and second. Any questions on the motion?